What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. Hopefully you guys are feeling pretty good today, as I'm feeling pretty good myself. But I wanted to talk about a few things in this upcoming video. I just wanted to talk about what I feel should be the personal goals for each player on the Chicago Bulls for this upcoming season. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it, but before I do, definitely like this video if you're a true Bulls fan, as it helps me out and it shows a lot more Bulls videos from my channel. And subscribe to my page also. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. And so, goals for each player of the season. I'm not really gonna talk about the rookies, Julian Phillips, Adama Sunoco, as it's not really a huge goal for them, as it's their first season and they're not really expected to get that much playing time with the team. And so I'm gonna start off with Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry, you guys know this is his second season. He was a rookie last year, but pretty much my goals for him is just two things: is to improve his shooting and to bring energy when he's on the floor. The latter of him bringing energy, he already does naturally. He's a very emphatic type of player when it comes to just bringing that energy, more off the Joakim Noah type of leash. But Dalen, he has an opportunity to crack the rotation, but it really depends on how well he can shoot. He really didn't show too much in the summer league, but if he can get that jump shot together, get the mechanics together, he could probably find a role. He's a pretty good defensive player, and he's going to bring it every night. So for him just to get in, crack the rotation, especially if players are hurt, injured, you have to be able to knock down that jump shot, knock down that three-pointer. And that's for Dalen Terry. And so the next player I want to talk about is Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo, he just got re-signed. A lot of people didn't think he was going to come back. And he knows that he possibly had a chance of not coming back, but he did. And he knows that he's more lower down in the totem pole than a lot of the other point guards on the team. So he has to do two things, and that's basically the things he's done in his rookie season: improve that three-point shot again, bring it back up, bring that percentage back up, because it definitely dropped last season compared to his first season. You look at games his rookie season, he had a game where he dang near hit every shot against the Boston Celtics. We need that type of Ayo back and bring back that defensive identity. He was locked down that first season. He took on every challenge. When Lonzo went down, he stepped right in, and he didn't back down from anybody. He made it tough for everybody. His first season, you really didn't think of too many point guards that got the best of him. Probably a couple like Mike Conley or Chris Paul, but that was probably it. Ayo was pretty much locked down. And so if he could bring those two things, definitely expect Ayo to be back in the rotation this upcoming season. The next player I want to talk about is Drummond. I need two things from Drummond. And the two things he should be focused on for this upcoming season is staying healthy and providing a strong presence in the paint. A lot of people forget that when Drummond first got to the Bulls, he was playing great, and he was playing so well, they was looking at that second unit as the next up and coming bench mob. And that's strong reasons, because he played great, he had a good connection with Goran Dragic, and he was just a strong presence in the paint. And then he had that shoulder injury, and then he was just kind of up and down ever since. He had some games where he'd do a lot of crazy boneheaded plays, like driving it up the court, doing Euro steps and behind the back layups. It's definitely it's entertaining. I can't lie to you, it's definitely entertaining. But we need Andre to stay focused and be a strong presence, collect all the rebounds. He's a terrific rebounder, one of the best we've ever seen in the game. Be strong in the paint, protect the rim, score on your layups and your dunks. That's what we need for Drummond, and that'll be great to see. So hopefully we see that. The next player I want to bring up is Torrey Craig. I just need Torrey Craig to be that clutch defensive impact role player that he's been on other teams. He's had such a great showing on the Pacers, on the Suns. He's that tough defensive guy. He takes on the toughest offensive challenge. You've seen how he guarded DeMar in the past. We just need him to provide the same for us. We need that Torrey Craig that we seen in the playoffs for the Suns, to where he was just so clutch. Not only did he play clutch defense, but he hit some really clutch shots, and I feel like he could do the same for the Bulls, and he could just provide way more depth for the team, and that'd be awesome to see. So that's my goal for Torrey Craig, is just to be that pivotal defensive clutch guy. We've seen it for him on other teams. And for Jevon Carter, the goal I have for him this upcoming season is to continue doing what he did for us that he did for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that shoot 40% from the three on catch and shoots and pull-ups, and to bring that defensive bulldog identity to the Bulls. When Patrick Beverley came to the Bulls, he brought that. It changed the dynamic of our defense. We was already a good defensive team before that, but we shot straight up to one when Patrick Beverley came, and that's just because we had some hounds. We had hounds on the court. Usually when we have great point of attack defenders, our whole defense is pretty good. So hopefully Jevon Carter can bring that, maybe even at a higher level than what Patrick Beverley brought. And so we're going to see. But shout out to Jevon Carter. For Coby White, the goal I'll have for him this upcoming season is to continue to be that offensive spark coming off the bench. That change of pace guy when he come in the game. The Bulls are just running and scoring from all over. And I also need him to improve that 3-point percentage. He's been a good 3-point shooter, but sometimes his percentages could be up and down. And especially with him, advancing his game to scoring from different parts of the floor, if he could do all of that with a strong 3-point percentage, then Coby White could be deadly. He might even have a chance to take over the starter position by the time the season is over. So that's what I want to see from Coby. Everybody pretty much should know what I have to say about Patrick Williams. Improvement, and being aggressive. That's it. He don't have to average 20 points, but we need an aggressive Patrick Williams, not only for just scoring, but for playmaking, for passing, for rebounding, for just involving yourself in the offense, for setting screens. And people, don't understand Patrick Williams is going to have a big role on his team. When we lost Derrick Jones Jr., we lost that small ball big. And it's going to be times where neither Andre Drummond or Vooch is going to be on the court, and we're going to need both a Patrick Williams and a Torrey Craig to play that small ball 5. And hopefully Patrick Williams is up for it. He definitely has the tools to do it. And so hopefully with the bigger role, bigger opportunity on his team, he's going to thrive in it and understand, how great of a player he can be. The next player is Alex Caruso. Basically the goals for him is the one that's for every season. It's just to stay healthy. He had a pretty healthy season last season compared to where he's been at in his career. Hopefully it could be the same way, even better this season. And we also want him to try to make a push for that defensive player of the year. You made the all defensive first team, which was well deserved. Let's see if you can go even a step further and win that. And so if he can win it, that'd be a great accomplishment, and it shows that he's doing something right for the Bulls. For Vooch, I want you to take a bigger role in the offense, because a lot of people don't understand when the offense got stagnant. A lot of things went right when the ball went down to Vooch. It's not just him scoring, but when he gets the ball, he always makes the right passes. He makes the right reads. He brings double teams. It's so much good that comes out of giving the ball to Vooch, and it's just like a lot of times the offense gets to the point where we just shy away from it. If we keep feeding Vooch, a lot of good things will happen. So that'll be the goal for Vooch, just to take a bigger role in that offense. And for DeMar, I want him to be more of a playmaker. Still take your shots, but do it in the flow of the system, not just bring up down the court, feel like you have to take it every time. Don't get me wrong, DeMar is DeMar. He's awesome. He's going to score from his spots. There's not too many people that's going to stop him. But if we could do that in the system to where we get everybody involved and make the offense more unpredictable, I feel like that'd be great. DeMar, he thrived to being a playmaker for the Spurs, and I don't see why he can't do that same thing for the Bulls, especially when you got guys like this next person, Zach LaVine, who is just dominant, when he's healthy. And that's what I want to get into about Zach LaVine. I want Zach to play the full season like how he played the second half of last season. He's coming in healthy. He shouldn't have nothing holding him back this go around. Zach LaVine was awesome. He was unguardable. It was hardly ever a time where there were games where he just wasn't good. He had that bad Magic game earlier, but you didn't see too much of that game in the second half. So if he could start off the season and play the full season like he did the second half of last season, the Bulls are going to be a playoff team. I guarantee you. We might even make it to the second round and go far. So comment down below. How do you guys feel about the goals that I have for each player? Let me know what your goals are, and I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.